The RBI's measures to tighten liquidity in the system are certainly giving bankers nightmares. The liquidity deficit is at a whopping 1 lakh crore rupees and bankers are left with no choice but to start borrowing heavily from the expensive MSF or the marginal standing facility window. This has pushed up the borrowing costs of banks even further. How will it impact the lending rates going forward? Simran Gill reports on that.
The coffers are empty and bankers are paying through the nose to raise funds. Following the RBI's measures to squeeze liquidity, banks are borrowing over 55,000 crore rupees a day through the marginal standing facility or MSF. In fact, this signifies the acute liquidity crunch as banks paid 300 basis points more than the regular repo borrowings while accessing this window. This, of course, is over and above the daily repo borrowings of banks, making the daily liquidity shortfall a whopping 1 lakh crore rupees. But the only saving grace will be the redemption of bonds worth 45,000 crore rupees expected in the first week of September.
Things have been tight to quite an extent, and honestly I do not expect things to get much worse from here for the simple reason that we have a huge redemption coming up in the first week of September, which is almost to the tune of around 46,000 crores.
Banks are struggling to keep their fund costs in check, and that's already resulted in most private players increasing their lending rates, while PSU banks, though under pressure, are on a wait-and-watch mode.
As of now, I am not a borrower in the market. That is why we could pull on without increasing the rate of interest on the deposit. We are, of course, very closely watching the market, and if necessary, we'll consider some increase.
How long state-owned banks will be able to hold out remains to be seen. The central bank seems to be in no mood to ease cash conditions in a hurry. Until then, borrowers may have no choice but to brace themselves for higher interest rates in the system. Simran Gill, ET Now, Mumbai.